A red balloon floats above a shattered sky. Then the sky blinks. Not cracks, blinks. Reality stutters like something breathing behind it. Goku's fist stops mid-strike, inches from Vegeta's face. Both warriors freeze. Not by force, by confusion. The clouds twist downward like melting glass. A giggle leaks through the air. Not loud, not distant. Right behind them, Vegeta snaps back, blast ready. But nothing stands there. Goku narrows his eyes. That wasn't Ki. The ground beneath them pulses once, then again, then splits open like a mouth. From the darkness below, balloons rise. Hundreds, red, floating silently upward. Vegeta fires. A beam rips through 10, 20, 50. But each burst reveals something worse. Inside every balloon, a face, smiling, identical, eyes glowing yellow. Goku vanishes, instant transmission, reappears above the cloud layer. The entire planet below is covered. Every city, every ocean, every mountain, red dots drifting upward like a slow infection. A whisper crawls across his ear. Do you laugh when you fight, or only when you win? Goku spins. Nothing. But his shadow moves differently. It stretches, twists, smiles. He punches it. His arm phases through, and the sky tears open. Not broken, opened, like curtains, and something peeks through. White face, cracked smile, eyes burning like dying stars. Pennywise tilts his head. Found you! Goku launches forward, faster than light. His fist lands. The impact shatters continents below. Shockwaves ripple across oceans. Mountains collapse. But Pennywise doesn't move, not an inch. Instead, Goku's fist sinks into his face, like pushing into wet paper. Then, Goku feels it. Cold, not physical. Something pulling at his thoughts. Memories flicker. Grandpa Gohan, Krillin dying, Frieza laughing, Chi-Chi crying. The images twist, corrupt, distorted, wrong. Pennywise's grin stretches wider. You carry so much, fear dressed as courage. Goku jerks back. His body trembles. Not from damage, from something unfamiliar. Doubt. Below, Vegeta roars, launching skyward. Enough games! Blue flames erupt around him. He charges. His strike lands clean. And for a second, Pennywise's head snaps sideways. A hit. A real one. Vegeta smirks. Whatever you are, you bleed. Pennywise slowly turns back, neck bending unnaturally. Do I? Vegeta blinks. His hand is gone, not severed, erased. No wound, no blood, just absence. Vegeta stumbles. For the first time, he hesitates. Goku grabs him, pulls him back instantly. Both land miles away. Silence falls. Except for the balloons. Still rising. Still watching. Goku clenches his fists. That thing, it's not fighting us. Vegeta growls. It's playing. Above them. The sky opens wider. And behind Pennywise, something massive shifts. Not a body. A presence. Like an entire dimension staring back. Countless eyes blink in the void. Each one glowing. Each one watching them. Goku's breathing slows. His stance lowers. I've fought gods, destroyers, angels. He looks up. But that doesn't feel like anything alive. Pennywise floats downward slowly, feet never touching ground. You're right. His voice echoes, not from his mouth, from everywhere. I'm not alive. The ground around them liquefies. Buildings in nearby cities collapse inward, folding like paper. People run, but vanish mid-step. Not killed, removed. Vegeta's eyes widen. What did you do to them? Pennywise giggles. I didn't do anything. He points upward. They stepped out. Goku looks up. The sky now shows something else. Another version of Earth. Floating above. Twisted. Burning. Screaming. Figures trapped inside it. Faces pressed against invisible walls. Goku's fists tighten. You're trapping them in another reality. Pennywise claps slowly. Oh, he learns fast. Suddenly, Goku vanishes again, reappears behind Pennywise. Full force punch. This time, it connects. The clown's body distorts, then shatters into confetti. Goku breathes heavily. For 1 second, silence. Then, every balloon pops at once, and each one reforms him. Hundreds of Pennywises surround them, all smiling, all whispering. Which one is real? Vegeta charges, destroys dozens in seconds, but more appear. Endless. Goku closes his eyes. Focus. Sensing. Searching. Nothing. No presence. No signal. They're not clones. Not illusions. Each one exists. Equally. Simultaneously. Every Pennywise steps forward at once. The ground collapses. The planet cracks. Continents drift apart. Gravity shifts violently. Goku grabs Vegeta. Instant transmission. They appear in space. But Earth below is gone. Not destroyed. Gone. Replaced by a floating red sphere, covered in faces. All screaming silently. Vegeta stares. That was our world. Pennywise floats beside them, casually. As was. Goku's eyes burn now. Anger replaces confusion. You think this is funny? Pennywise leans close. His voice drops. Dead calm. I think this is familiar. Goku lunges again. But this time, his body freezes mid-motion. Not by force, by thought. He sees something. Inside his mind. A future. Everyone gone. Universes folded. Endless silence. And Pennywise, still smiling. Goku breaks free with a roar. His form shifts. Hair flashes silver. Eyes sharpen. Ultra instinct ignites. Space itself bends around him. He moves. Faster than reaction. Strikes land from every direction. Each blow tearing through layers of reality. Pennywise's forms collapse. One by one. Dozens. Hundreds. Goku doesn't stop. Doesn't think. Just moves. Until everything stops. Complete stillness. Goku stands alone. Breathing. Floating in a black void. No stars. No planets. No sound. Just darkness. Then, clap, clap, clap. Behind him, he turns slowly. Pennywise stands there, untouched, smiling wider than before. Now that was entertaining. Goku's eyes widen slightly. For the first time, Ultra Instinct feels watched, not countered, observed, studied, learned. Pennywise tilts his head. You fight without thinking. His smile deepens. So I removed your thoughts. Goku suddenly gasps. His silver aura flickers, then vanishes. Ultra Instinct. Gone. Just like that. No drain. No exhaustion. Just removed. Goku stumbles. What did you... Pennywise raises one finger. And the void cracks. From the darkness, figures emerge. Familiar. Krillin, Gohan, Piccolo, Chi-Chi, all floating, all smiling. But their eyes glow yellow. Goku freezes. No, they rush him. All at once, Goku doesn't move. Can't. Because deep down, he knows that these aren't copies. They're real, twisted, controlled. Pennywise watches, enjoying every second. Let's see, Goku. His voice echoes endlessly. How strong you are when your enemy is everything you love. Goku clenches his fists. Tears mix with rage. His body trembles between action and hesitation. And behind him, another tear opens. Bigger, darker. Something far worse begins to emerge. A presence that makes even Pennywise pause for a fraction of a second. Goku senses it. Turns slowly, and his eyes widen. Because whatever is coming next, the void rips wider. Not a tear, a wound. Edges curl outward like burned skin, revealing a deeper black beneath existence itself. Everything pauses. Even Pennywise stops smiling. For a fraction of a second, that alone changes everything. Goku feels it instantly. Not fear, not pressure. Something older, something that doesn't belong in any timeline. His breath shortens. Behind him, the darkness expands, slow at first, then violently. And from it, a voice. Not loud, but absolute. You're trespassing. Every controlled figure, Krillin, Gohan, Piccolo, freeze mid-flight. Their glowing eyes flicker. Pennywise turns, head tilting sharply. Interest replaces amusement. Oh, the void pulses. A single step echoes, yet nothing walks. Then, a silhouette forms. Tall, still, calm. White hair flowing like quiet flames, eyes half-lidded, unbothered. Zeno's guards appear for a split second, then vanish instantly, erased before fully existing. Pennywise's grin returns, wider, curious. Now this is new. The figure steps forward. Space reshapes around him, not breaking, not bending, obeying. Whis lifts his staff slightly. The entire void stabilizes. Time realigns. The corrupted fighters drop motionless, suspended midair. Goku exhales. Whis. No reaction. No greeting. Just observation. Whis glances once at Goku, then shifts his gaze toward Pennywise. Silence. Then, a tap. His staff touches nothing, and everything resets. For one instant, Earth reappears. Cities restored. People alive. No balloons. No distortion. Vegeta stands there again. Confused. Angry. Whole. Then, reality shatters again. Because Pennywise laughs. Louder this time. You can rewind the stage. His eyes glow brighter. But I don't live in your script. Everything fractures again. Faster. Harder. This time, Whis doesn't fix it. He watches, analyzes, calculates. Goku steps forward. Whis, that thing. Whis raises one finger. Goku stops. Not forced. Instinct. Respect. Whis finally speaks. Quiet. Precise. It doesn't originate from any known cosmology. Pennywise claps again. Delighted. Finally, someone who understands. In an instant, he disappears. Then reappears, right behind Whis, hand reaching toward his shoulder. But before contact, Whis moves. Not fast, not urgent, just inevitable. He's no longer there. Pennywise's hand passes through empty space. Then, time freezes. Literally. Everything halts. Goku mid-breath. Vegeta mid-step. The broken void, suspended. Only two beings move, Whis and Pennywise. Whis circles him slowly, eyes sharp now, focused. You're not bound by cause and effect, Pennywise grins. And you're not surprised, Whis pauses. Surprise is inefficient. Pennywise's smile twitches, slightly. A reaction. Finally, Whis lifts his staff again. Light forms at its tip. Not bright, not loud, but absolute. A single motion. He strikes. The hit lands. Clean. Direct. Pennywise's body distorts. Not like before. This time, it reacts. His form flickers violently. Like a signal breaking apart. For the first time, he steps back. Just one step. Whis lowers his staff. Interesting. Time resumes instantly. Everything crashes back into motion. Shock waves ripple outward. The void trembles. Vegeta looks around wildly. What just happened? Goku doesn't answer. His eyes stay locked on Pennywise. Because now, something changed. The clown's grin returns, but thinner, sharper, less playful, more focused. You can touch me. He tilts his head. But can you stop me? Behind him, the red sphere that replaced Earth begins to crack. From inside, hands push outward. Thousands, millions, screaming silently. Trying to escape. Whis watches closely, analyzing every detail. Then, he speaks again. You're feeding on perception. Pennywise claps once. Exactly. The cracks widen. The trapped faces begin to twist, merging, combining, forming something larger, something massive, a titan made of suffering. Goku steps forward. I'm ending this. He powers up. Not reckless this time. Controlled. Focused. A new calm settles in his stance. Whis glances at him. Approving. Slightly. Vegeta joins him. No more games. They move together. Perfect sync. Goku strikes first. A precise blow aimed at the core. Vegeta follows. A devastating blast targeting the outer shell. The titan cracks, splits, but instead of breaking, it grows, absorbing the damage. Adapting, Pennywise laughs again, but now there's tension behind it. You're making it stronger. Goku pulls back instantly. Vegeta curses. What kind of monster evolves from being hit? Whis answers calmly. It reflects fear through escalation. Goku's eyes narrow. So the more we fight, the worse it becomes, Whis finishes. The titan roars, a sound that doesn't travel through space, but through minds. Goku flinches. Memories surge again, but stronger, more personal, more painful. Vegeta drops to one knee, clutching his head. No, not again. Goku grabs him. Focus. But even Goku feels it slipping. The titan raises its arm and swings. The impact doesn't hit their bodies. It hits reality. Everything fractures again. Whis steps forward. Finally, serious. He raises his staff, and this time, doesn't hold back. Light expands outward, covering everything, silencing the roar, freezing the titan mid-motion. Pennywise watches carefully, eyes narrowing. Whis speaks. You don't create fear. He steps closer. You reveal it. Pennywise smiles again. But this time, there's respect. And you hide yours well. Whis pauses. For the first time, a flicker, barely visible. then gone. Pennywise notices. Of course he does. Oh, his grin stretches again. I found it. Everything stops. Again, but not by Whis, by Pennywise. Control shifts. Completely. The light from Whis' staff flickers, then distorts, then vanishes. The Titan breaks free instantly. Stronger, larger, closer. Whis looks up, and for the first time, he doesn't have the answer. Pennywise floats above them all, dominating the space now, voice echoing endlessly. You can rewind time. He spreads his arms. But I rewrite meaning. The Titan lunges. Faster than before. Goku moves. But this time, he's too late. The strike lands. Direct. Everything goes white. Then black. Then silence. Complete silence. Goku's eyes open slowly. He's floating again. Alone. No Whis. No Vegeta. No Titan. No Pennywise. Just emptiness. Then, footsteps. Behind him. He turns, and his heart stops. Because standing there is himself. Same face. Same stance. But smiling. Eyes glowing yellow. The fake Goku speaks softly. You're getting predictable. Real Goku clenches his fists. Not this again. The copy steps closer. No, this is worse. The void trembles. Cracks spread everywhere. And from each crack, more versions of Goku emerge. Hundreds. All identical. All smiling. All controlled. The real Goku takes a step back. For the first time, outnumbered by himself. Above them, Pennywise watches. Calm. Patient. In control. And somewhere far beyond, even Whis has disappeared. A punch lands. Not from an enemy, from himself. Goku's head snaps sideways as his own duplicate drives a fist into his jaw. No hesitation. No mercy. Every copy moves at once. A storm of identical strikes collapses inward. Goku vanishes, reappears above. But they're already there, waiting, smiling. One grabs his arm mid-teleport. Another slams a knee into his ribs. A third grips his throat. They move like instinct, perfectly synchronized. Because they are him. Goku twists free, barely. Flips backward, breathing sharp now. Eyes scanning, searching for difference. There is none. Same stance, same timing, same reaction speed. One steps forward, tilts his head. You fight like this when you're unsure. Goku tightens his fists. Shut up. Another copy chuckles. You hesitate when it matters. A third leans closer. You hold back because you're afraid. Goku roars, charges. His fist connects. The copy explodes into fragments. But the fragments turn into more copies midair, multiplying, expanding, endless. Above them, Pennywise watches silently. Not laughing now, studying, learning, adapting. Goku breathes slower, forcing control. Think, don't react. But the copies don't wait. They rush again. This time, Goku doesn't dodge. He stands still, eyes closed. One strike lands, then another, then dozens. His body jerks with impact. But he doesn't move, doesn't respond, doesn't think. A flicker, silver, gone again. Ultra Instinct tries to return, fails. The copies pause. Confused, one steps closer. Why aren't you fighting? Goku opens his eyes. Calm now, focused. You're not enemies. The copies tilt their heads. In unison, Goku steps forward. They're reflections. He points at them. Not real. Every copy smiles wider. And what makes you real? The void trembles. Goku hesitates. Just for a second. And that's enough. They attack again. Harder. Faster. More aggressive. Goku blocks one. Gets hit by 10. Counters one. Gets overwhelmed by 20. He's losing ground. Quickly. Then, a voice cuts through everything. Sharp. Familiar. Pathetic. Goku freezes. So do the copies. From the darkness, a new presence emerges. Arms crossed. Eyes burning with rage. Vegeta steps forward. Bruised, but standing. Real. Not smiling. Not controlled. Goku exhales. You're alive. Vegeta scoffs. Barely. He looks around. At the copies. At the void. At Pennywise above. Then back at Goku. You let this clown get inside your head? Goku clenches his jaw. It's not that simple. Vegeta smirks. It never is for you. A copy steps forward. Mocks Vegeta's stance perfectly. You're weaker than him. Vegeta doesn't even look at it. I know. He steps forward anyway. The copy lunges. Vegeta grabs its face. Crushes it instantly. No hesitation. No fear. The fragments scatter. Try to reform. But this time, they don't. Goku's eyes widen. What? Vegeta cracks his neck. You're overthinking. He points upward. That thing feeds on doubt. He clenches his fists. I don't doubt. Another wave of copies charges. Vegeta moves. Faster than before. Each strike clean. Direct. Decisive. No hesitation. No second thoughts. Copies shatter. Disappear. Don't return. Goku watches. Realization hits. They mirror belief. Vegeta smirks mid-fight. Exactly. He slams another copy into nothingness. They only exist if you accept them. Goku straightens. Breathing steadies. Mind clears. He closes his eyes again. But this time, not searching. Letting go. The next copy attacks. Goku doesn't dodge. Doesn't block. He walks forward. The attack passes through him. Like it never existed. The copy freezes. Then shatters on its own. Goku opens his eyes. Calm. Certain. They're illusions built on fear. Vegeta grins. Took you long enough. Together. They move. Not faster. Not stronger. Just certain. Every strike erases a copy permanently. No regeneration. No multiplication. The numbers drop. Hundreds. Dozens. None. Silence returns. The void stabilizes slightly. Goku exhales. It's over. A slow clap echoes. Above them, Pennywise smiles again, but this time, his eyes burn brighter. Good. He tilts his head. You learned. The void shifts violently. Cracks spread again, but deeper this time. Not surface fractures. Core instability. Vegeta narrows his eyes. What now? Pennywise raises one hand. You passed the first layer. Goku steps forward. What are you? Pennywise's grin widens. I'm what happens when fear stops needing a host. The cracks burst open, and from them, something new emerges. Not copies, not illusions. Something real, something massive. A colossal figure forms, built from broken realities. Fragments of destroyed timelines fused together, cities embedded in its skin, stars flickering inside its chest, screams echoing from within. Goku stares. That's not just fear. Pennywise nods. No. His voice deepens. It's consequence. The entity moves. Each step distorts space. Each motion bends logic. Vegeta powers up instantly. Flames erupt around him. Finally, something real. He charges. Full force. His strike lands. The entity doesn't flinch. Instead, Vegeta's arm bends unnaturally, like physics rejected the impact. He gets thrown back, crashing through layers of void. Barely stabilizing, Goku rushes forward, delivers a rapid barrage. Each hit connects, but the damage doesn't register. The entity looks down, slowly, then touches Goku's chest. Just one finger. Goku freezes. His body stops responding, not paralyzed, disconnected, like he's no longer linked to himself. Pennywise watches closely, interested again. Adaptation complete. Vegeta roars, breaks through, grabs Goku, pulls him back. What did it do to you? Goku struggles. I can't feel my body. The entity raises its arm. Space bends around it. A strike builds. Massive. Unavoidable. Vegeta braces. Goku tries to move. Fails. The attack descends. Everything slows. Then, a ripple cuts through the void. Clean. Precise. Time bends slightly. Just enough to shift the outcome. The attack misses. Barely. A familiar voice echoes. Calm. Measured. You're both still too reckless. Goku looks up. Hope flickers. Because standing there, untouched, unshaken, is Whis. But something's different. His expression, sharper, colder, more focused than before. Pennywise watches him carefully. No smile now, only interest. Whis steps forward slowly, staff in hand. Eyes locked on the entity. Then, on Pennywise. You're evolving faster than expected. Pennywise tilts his head. And you're adapting slower than required. Silence. Tension builds. The entity moves again. But this time, Whis raises his staff and doesn't hesitate. Light erupts, not expanding, condensing into a single point. Then, released. The impact hits the entity, not pushing, not breaking, rewriting. Its form glitches, fragments separating, timelines unraveling. It stumbles. For the first time, it reacts. Goku watches, stunned. He's hurting it. Vegeta smirks. About time. But Pennywise doesn't react, doesn't panic. He smiles again, slowly, because he sees something they don't. Whis lowers his staff, breathing steady. But his eyes shift slightly, just slightly, and Pennywise notices. Of course he does. Oh, his voice softens. I see it now. Whis pauses. Just for a fraction, but enough. The entity stops moving. Everything freezes. Again. Control shifts. Again. Pennywise floats closer. 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 Right in front of Whis. Their eyes meet. Silence stretches. Then, Pennywise whispers, "You're not afraid of losing." A pause. His smile widens. "You're afraid of being wrong." Whis doesn't respond, but his grip tightens. Barely. Pennywise laughs. soft, certain. And in that moment, everything breaks again. But this time, not the void, not reality, something deeper, something fundamental. And Goku feels it instantly, because for the first time, Whis hesitates. And that hesitation changes everything. The moment breaks, not with sound, with absence. Everything stops responding. Light hangs mid-air. Fragments freeze halfway through collapse. Even the colossal entity pauses like a paused frame in a dying universe. And in that stillness, Whis doesn't move. That's the problem. Goku sees it first. Not fear, not weakness. A delay, one fraction too long. And Pennywise steps into that gap. He doesn't attack. He leans closer, eyes locked, voice barely above a whisper. You calculate everything. A slow grin stretches wider. But what happens when the answer isn't logic? Whis says nothing, but the space around him tightens, almost like reality itself is waiting for his decision. Too late. Pennywise snaps his fingers. Not loud, not dramatic. Precise. The void shatters sideways, not outward, sideways, like layers peeling apart. Suddenly, there are multiple Whis, dozens, hundreds, all standing in different positions, different stances, different moments, some attacking, some defending, some already defeated. Goku's eyes widen. Timelines. Vegeta clenches his fists. No. Possibilities. Each version of Whis moves differently. One strikes, another blocks, another falls, another wins. Every outcome happening at once. Pennywise floats between them, calm, observing. You rely on prediction. He gestures around. So I gave you every prediction. The Whis copies begin to collapse. Not destroyed, contradicted. Every move cancels another. Every decision invalidates the next. Perfect balance. Perfect paralysis. Goku feels it. That same pressure again, but deeper. Not attacking the body, attacking certainty. Vegeta growls. This is getting ridiculous. He launches forward. Punches one Whis. His fist phases through. Another Whis counters. Hits nothing. Reality rejects every action. Goku tries. Instant transmission. Fails. Not blocked. Just nowhere to go. Pennywise watches them struggle. Not laughing. Not mocking. Enjoying. In a quieter way now. More focused. More precise. The massive entity behind him begins to shift again. Now stabilizing. Adapting to Whis' interference. Its form becomes sharper. More defined. Less chaotic. More real. Goku looks at Whis. All of them. None of them respond. He's stuck. Vegeta grits his teeth. No, he's thinking. Pennywise tilts his head. And that's the problem. Suddenly, all versions of Whis speak at once. Different tones. Different outcomes. Advance. Retreat. Observe. Intervene. The voices overlap. Conflict. Contradiction. Noise. Too many answers. No action. Pennywise smiles wider. You see it now. He floats higher. Knowledge without certainty is useless. Goku clenches his fists. Then we create certainty. Vegeta glances at him. How? Goku breathes in. Slow. Deep. Then, he powers up. Not wildly. Not aggressively. Controlled. Focused. A steady rise. No flickering. No instability. Just intent. Vegeta watches. then smirks. Finally, he powers up too, not matching Goku, but aligning with him. Two forces, different styles, same direction. The environment reacts, not breaking, adjusting. Goku steps forward, ignoring the multiple Whis, ignoring the entity, ignoring Pennywise. He focuses on one thing, the source, Pennywise. You're controlling everything through perception. Goku points at him. So I'll remove it. Pennywise pauses, interested. Goku closes his eyes, not shutting out fear, shutting out interpretation. No labels, no meaning, no assumptions, just presence. Vegeta catches on instantly. Idiot, you're actually on to something. He does the same. Both stand still, eyes closed. The world around them distorts. But they don't react. The multiple Whis begin to fade. Not gone. Irrelevant. The entity shifts. But they don't acknowledge it. Pennywise watches closely now. This isn't part of his pattern. Not resistance, not denial. Something else. Something quieter. Something harder to manipulate. Goku speaks softly. You exist because we define you. Vegeta adds. And we're done doing that. Silence. Heavy. Then, the first crack appears. Not in reality. In Pennywise's smile. Tiny, but real. The void trembles again. This time, unstable in a different way. The multiple Whis collapse into one. The entity flickers, its form losing cohesion. Pennywise's eyes narrow. You think ignoring me, his voice sharpens slightly, will end me? Goku opens his eyes. Calm, clear. No. He steps forward. Understanding you will. Vegeta smirks. Big difference. Pennywise's grin returns. But forced. Less natural now. You're still afraid. Goku nods. Yes. No denial. No hesitation. That answer hits differently. Pennywise pauses. Again. And that pause matters. Because the entity behind him falters. Its form destabilizing. Cracks spreading across its surface. Vegeta sees it. Now, they move together. Not rushing. Not reckless. Precise. Goku strikes the core. Vegeta targets the fractures. Their attacks align. Perfect timing. Perfect intent. The entity collapses inward. Not destroyed. Unmade. Reality stabilizes slightly. The void shrinks. Silence returns. For a moment, it feels like progress. Then, Pennywise laughs. Louder than before, but different. Not amused. Excited. Yes. He spreads his arms. That's it. Goku stops. Confused. What? Pennywise's eyes burn brighter than ever. You're evolving. The void begins to tear again, but faster, wider, more violent. Something massive pushes through, far bigger than before, far darker, far worse. Vegeta's smirk fades. What did you do? Pennywise's voice deepens. I stopped holding back. The tear bursts open, and from it, a presence floods everything. Not an entity, not a form, a concept. Endless, unavoidable. It doesn't move. It exists everywhere at once. Goku feels it instantly. Not fear, not pressure. Finality. Whis looks up. Calm gone now. Replaced with something rare. Concern. This shouldn't be possible. Pennywise floats at the center of it all. Arms wide. Completely in control. You wanted to understand me. His grin stretches beyond natural limits. So I'll show you everything. The presence expands, swallowing space, swallowing time, swallowing meaning itself. Goku tries to move, feels resistance. Not physical, conceptual. Even thought becomes heavy. Vegeta struggles, power rising, but going nowhere. Whis raises his staff, but hesitates again. Just for a fraction, and that fraction is enough, because Pennywise points directly at Goku. You, his voice echoes infinitely, are the key. Everything collapses inward. Goku's body locks. His vision distorts. Memories flood. Not just his, everyone's. Every timeline, every version, every possible outcome. All at once. He screams, but no sound comes out, because even sound is being erased. And in the center of it all, Pennywise whispers, soft, certain, let's see what happens. A pause, a grin. When I control you, Goku's eyes snap open. Yellow light flickers inside them. His body goes still, too still. Vegeta stares. Kakarot, no response. Goku slowly turns, facing them, but something's wrong. His stance, his expression, his presence, different. Not Goku, not anymore. Pennywise smiles. Victory, for the first time, looks real. And Whis, for the first time, doesn't move at all. A direct strike toward Whis, but Whis steps aside, effortless, countering with a light tap of his staff. The hit lands, and Goku's body flickers, not damaged, disrupted. For a second, his eyes change, back to normal, just for a moment. Whis, then, Yellow returns, stronger, more stable. Goku straightens. Close. Whis lowers his staff. That confirms it. Goku smirks slightly. Oh? Whis steps forward, calm again. But incomplete control means instability. Goku's smile fades. Barely. Whis continues. You're not just being controlled. A pause. Precise. You're being merged. The void trembles. Goku doesn't respond, but his stance shifts slightly. And that's enough. Whis raises his staff again. This time, not to strike, to isolate. A field forms, compact, focused, encasing Goku in a thin layer of altered space. Goku tests it, pushes outward. The barrier bends, but doesn't break. Interesting. Pennywise watches closely, still not interfering. Not yet. Goku looks at Whis, calm. You think you can separate us? Whis meets his gaze. No. A beat. I think I can force a choice. The field tightens. Not crushing. Compressing identity. Goku's expression flickers. Once. Twice. His eyes shift between yellow and black. Back and forth. Faster. Unstable. Inside. Two forces collide. Goku clenches his fists. Struggling. Voices echo inside him. His own. And another. Pennywise's. You don't want to lose. You don't want to fail. You don't want to be alone. Goku growls. Get out of my head. Whis watches. Focused. Calculating the exact threshold. But then, Goku stops struggling. Suddenly. Completely. His body relaxes. His eyes stabilize. Yellow, fully. He looks up, smiles again. Stronger than before. You're too late. The barrier shatters. Not from force, from inside. Whis steps back slightly. That wasn't resistance. That was acceptance. Pennywise laughs softly. There it is. Goku floats upward slowly, rising toward him, not attacking, not resisting, joining. Whis moves instantly. Tries to intercept, but Goku vanishes, reappears beside Pennywise, side by side, aligned. The void reacts, stabilizing around them, as if recognizing a new center. A new authority. Vegeta's scattered fragments begin to flicker in the distance, trying to reform, but something holds them apart. Goku raises one hand, looks at it, flexes his fingers slowly, testing, learning. Then, he clenches it. The entire void tightens in response. Whis sees it and understands. This is no longer control. His voice lowers. It's synchronization. Pennywise nods. Proud. Exactly. Goku looks down at Whis. Expression calm. Detached. You were right about one thing. A pause. Whis doesn't move. Goku continues. Fear reveals truth. His eyes glow brighter. And I see everything now. The void expands. Faster. Wider. Consuming everything in its path. Universes begin to flicker at the edges. Fading in. Fading out. Like unstable signals. Whis raises his staff, but stops. Because for the first time, he doesn't know what move comes next. And Goku sees that, clearly. He tilts his head slightly. You don't have an answer. Whis says nothing. Goku lifts his hand, points downward, toward the scattered fragments of Vegeta. Let's test something. Whis reacts instantly, but too late. Goku closes his fist, and the fragments stop moving, freeze, then begin to compress, pull together, not to restore, to reshape. Whis steps forward. Stop. Goku doesn't. The fragments merge, twist, reform, until Vegeta stands again. Whole, breathing, alive. But his eyes glow yellow, controlled, perfectly. Vegeta looks up, at Goku, then at Pennywise, then back at Goku, and smirks. About time. Whis's grip tightens. Now, two of them, and both, fully aligned. Pennywise spreads his arms slightly, satisfied. This is only the beginning. Goku and Vegeta stand beside him, silent, still, dominant. The void stabilizes completely now. No chaos, no distortion, just controlled existence. A new order, a new rule set. And Whis, for the first time, stands alone, facing something he cannot predict, cannot calculate, cannot fully understand. Goku looks at him one last time, expression empty. You should have chosen faster. Vegeta cracks his neck. Now you don't get a choice. Both step forward, together, perfect sync. Whis raises his staff, finally committing. But deep down, he knows. This fight just changed completely. And somewhere far beyond, even higher than gods, something notices, something ancient, something watching all of this unfold. And for the first time, even it feels uncertain. Whis moves first. No hesitation now. No calculation delay. Just action. His staff slices through space, not striking Goku, cutting the connection between moments. Time fractures. Goku and Vegeta freeze mid-step. Everything pauses again, except 3. Whis stands alone in motion. Across from him, Pennywise tilts his head. Smiling, unfrozen. Trying something new? Whis doesn't answer. He vanishes. Reappears directly in front of Goku. Staff raised. A precise strike. Not aimed at the body. At the link. The hit lands. Goku's form flickers violently. Yellow light distorting. Cracking. For a moment, his eyes return. Clear. Whis. Another strike. Faster. Sharper. Vegeta shifts slightly. Even frozen. His body reacts. That alone tells Whis everything. They're still resisting. Pennywise claps slowly. Barely. Whis doesn't waste time. He strikes again. This time, a direct hit to Goku's core. The impact sends ripples through layered realities, breaking synchronization, splitting perception. Goku's body drops slightly, then jerks. 2 expressions fighting for control. One calm, one furious. Then, everything shatters. Time resumes violently. Goku explodes forward, faster than before, but not controlled. Erratic, unstable. His punch lands. Whis blocks, but the force bends reality backward. A tear opens behind them, swallowing stars. Vegeta joins instantly. His attack follows. Perfect timing. Too perfect. Whis dodges, but barely. Even he feels it now. Not strength, not speed. Something deeper. Coordination beyond thought. Pennywise watches. Silent. Focused. Because this is no longer entertainment. This is evolution. Goku and Vegeta attack together. No wasted motion. No hesitation. Every strike forces Whis to react. Not predict. React. And that's the shift. Whis slides back. First time. Not in control. He raises his staff. Creates distance. A brief gap. Enough to think. Enough to analyze. They're not just aligned. He breathes slowly. They're sharing awareness. Goku smirks faintly. Vegeta cracks his neck. Both speak. At the same time. We are beyond you now. The void pulses. Responding to their presence. Reality bending around their movement. Not resisting. Accepting. Whis narrows his eyes. Then let's test that. He vanishes. Reappears behind both. Strikes simultaneously. Impossible angle. Perfect execution. The hits land. Clean. Direct. For a moment, silence. Then, Goku and Vegeta both turn. Unharmed. Unshaken. Whis steps back. That should not happen. Pennywise smiles wider. Adaptation. Goku steps forward. You're still thinking in limits. Vegeta adds. We removed ours. They charge again. Faster. Stronger. More precise. Each strike forces Whis further back. He counters. But barely. He reacts. But slower. Not physically. Mentally. Because they don't follow patterns. They create them. Mid-fight. Every second. Whis realizes it. Too late. Goku faints. Vegeta follows, then switches, then reverses. Then both strike from angles that didn't exist a moment ago. Whis blocks one, gets hit by the other. For the first time, he's struck clean. His body shifts back. A rare crack in composure. Pennywise watches closely. This is new. This is valuable. Whis steadies himself. Eyes sharper now. Focused completely. No distractions. No hesitation. He raises his staff, and this time, he changes strategy. Instead of reacting, he erases. A wave expands outward, not destructive, selective, removing possibilities. Goku lunges. His path disappears. He adjusts. That option vanishes too. Vegeta attacks. Same result. Every move they attempt, gone before completion. Whis stands still, controlling the field, rewriting choices. Goku pauses, analyzes, then smiles slightly. Interesting. Vegeta grins. So that's your move. They stop attacking. Completely. Just stand there. Whis watches. Carefully, waiting. But nothing happens. No movement. No attack. No reaction. Silent stretches. Then, Goku speaks softly. You're removing outcomes. Vegeta continues. So we'll stop creating them. Whis narrows his eyes. That's not how combat works. Goku steps forward. Slow. Measured. No intent. No decision. Just movement. Whis tries to erase the path. Fails. Because there is no defined outcome. No choice. No direction. Just presence. Goku reaches him. Without triggering the field, Vegeta follows. Same result. Whis reacts. Strikes. But too late. Goku's hand touches his staff. Light flickers. Control slips. Just for a moment. Vegeta's strike lands. Direct. Whis is pushed back. Further than before. Not damage. Disruption. Enough to matter. Pennywise's smile widens again. They're learning fast. Whis steadies himself. Now, fully serious. No restraint. He raises his staff. Energy condenses. Dense. Absolute. A single strike. He launches forward. Faster than ever. Hits both. At once. The impact tears through multiple dimensions. For a moment, Goku and Vegeta vanish. Completely. Silence. Stillness. Then, they return. Standing. Unshaken. Stronger. Their eyes glow brighter. Not just yellow. Something deeper. Something merging further. Whis exhales slowly. That confirms it. Goku tilts his head. Oh? Whis lowers his staff. You're no longer individuals. Vegeta smirks. Exactly. Both step forward. Together. Perfect sync. Perfect alignment. A new level. A new form of existence. Pennywise spreads his arms slightly. Proud. This is what happens when fear evolves. His voice echoes. Into control. The void expands again. But this time, stable, structured, organized. A controlled reality. Goku raises his hand. The entire space responds. Bending. Shifting. Obeying. Vegeta clenches his fist. Fragments of broken timelines begin to merge, reforming under their will. Whis watches, carefully, because this isn't destruction. This is creation, on a level he hasn't seen before. Goku looks down at him, calm. You're outmatched, Vegeta adds. Accept it. Whis says nothing, but his eyes shift, slightly, because deep down, he knows. They're right, and Pennywise sees that. Of course he does. Oh, he floats higher, voice soft, certain. The angel doubts. Silence. Heavy. Then, everything changes again, because the void trembles. Not from them, from something else, something above all of this. Whis looks up instantly. Goku and Vegeta follow. Even Pennywise pauses. For the first time in a long time, he doesn't smile, because what's coming is not part of his control. Not part of his design. The space above tears open. Clean. Perfect. No distortion. No chaos. Just authority. And from that opening, a presence descends. Small, simple, but absolute. Zeno. Everything freezes. Not by force, by existence. Goku's expression flickers. Just for a second. Recognition. Vegeta stiffens. Instinct. Whis lowers his head slightly. Respect. Even Pennywise stops moving. Completely. Because for the first time, he doesn't know what happens next. Zeno looks around. Calm. Curious. Unbothered. Then, he smiles. Innocently. And points. Directly. At Goku. What is that? Silence. No one answers. Because no one knows. And for the first time, the game shifts again. Not fear. Not control. Something far more dangerous. Judgment. Zeno's finger stays raised, still pointing at Goku. Silence crushes everything. Not pressure. Not force. Certainty. Zeno tilts his head slightly. It feels wrong. No one speaks. Not Whis. Not Pennywise. Not even Goku. Because that sentence is a verdict waiting to happen. Zeno lowers his hand slowly. Then he smiles. Soft. Childlike. I should erase it. The void trembles. Not from movement. From inevitability. Whis reacts instantly. Steps forward. Bows slightly. Zeno-sama. Zeno raises one hand. Whis stops mid-sentence. No argument. No resistance. Just silence again. Goku steps forward. Calm. Controlled. You can try. Vegeta smirks beside him. Go ahead. Zeno blinks. Curious. You're not scared. Pennywise finally speaks. Soft. Measured. They don't understand you. Zeno turns slightly. Looks at him. For a moment. Nothing happens. Then, Zeno smiles again. Oh. A pause. You're strange too. That lands. Different. Not fear. Not control. Recognition. Pennywise doesn't react outwardly. But something shifts. Inside, Zeno raises both hands. Slow. Effortless. And claps. No sound. But everything disappears. Not breaks. Not fades. Gone. Goku. Vegeta. Whis. The void. Pennywise. All of it. For a moment, there is nothing. Absolute nothing. Then, Goku opens his eyes. He's still there. So is Vegeta. So is Whis. So is Pennywise. Everything restored, exactly as before. Zeno frowns slightly. That didn't work. Silence. Even Pennywise doesn't smile. Because that should not happen. Whis looks at Goku. Then at Pennywise. Understanding hits instantly. He's anchoring himself outside deletion. Zeno tilts his head. Why? Pennywise finally laughs again. But quieter. More controlled. Because I don't exist where you're looking. Zeno blinks. Confused. That's weird. Goku steps forward. Now fully aware. You can't erase what isn't part of your system. Vegeta grins. So now what? Zeno pauses. Thinking. Not calculating. Thinking. Which is worse. Then, he smiles again. Oh. A pause. I'll erase everything else. Whis' eyes widen. For the first time, real concern. Zeno-sama, wait. Too late. Zeno raises one hand again. This time, no hesitation. A pulse expands outward. Not fast, not slow. Absolute. Entire universes begin to vanish at the edges. Stars blink out. Galaxies collapse into nothing. Dimensions fold. Erased completely. Goku feels it. Not fear, but urgency. This isn't part of the plan. Pennywise watches. Still. Silent. Because even he didn't expect this move. Vegeta growls. He's wiping everything. Whis steps forward. This is beyond intervention. Goku clenches his fists. No. His eyes glow brighter. Yellow mixed with something deeper now. A new layer. We adapt. Vegeta smirks. Of course we do. They move together. Toward Zeno. But the closer they get, the harder it becomes. Not resistance. Absence. Space itself disappearing. Steps have nowhere to land. Movement loses meaning. Yet they keep going, forcing existence around them. Pennywise watches closely. This is new. This is valuable. Zeno notices them approaching. Smiles wider. You're still here. Goku stops in front of him. Calm. Focused. You're destroying everything. Zeno nods. Yes. Vegeta steps beside him. That includes your fun. Zeno pauses. That word matters. Fun? Pennywise speaks again. Soft. Precise. They're right. Zeno turns slightly. Looks at him. Pennywise continues. If everything disappears, a small smile, there's nothing left to play with. Zeno blinks. Processes. Slowly. Then, his hand lowers. The erasure stops. Mid-expansion. Half the multiverse gone. Half remaining. A broken existence. Suspended between being and nothing. Zeno smiles again. Oh. A pause. That's boring. Everything stabilizes instantly. What's left stays. What's gone remains gone. No reversal. No restoration. Just loss. Permanent. Whis exhales slowly. Relief. Mixed with concern. Because this outcome is unstable. Goku looks around. Half of everything. Vegeta clenches his fists. Gone. Pennywise floats higher. Observing. Calculating. Because this changes the game. Zeno looks at Goku again. You're still strange. Goku meets his gaze. And you're dangerous. Zeno smiles. I know. Silence again. Then, Goku moves. Not attacking. Not rushing. He kneels. In front of Zeno. Vegeta freezes. What are you doing? Goku doesn't look back. He speaks calmly. You can erase everything. Zeno nods. Yes. Goku continues. But you didn't erase me. A pause. Zeno tilts his head. Yeah. Goku looks up. Eyes steady. That means I exist somewhere you can't reach. Pennywise's smile fades slightly. This is dangerous. Goku stands. Slowly. And if I exist there, his voice sharpens. So does he. He points at Pennywise. Zeno looks at him. Then back at Pennywise. Then back at Goku. Processing. Understanding. Slowly. Dangerously. Oh. A pause. So he's cheating. Pennywise finally reacts. A small shift. Subtle. But real. Zeno's smile disappears. Not angry. Not upset. Just serious. Cheating isn't allowed. The void trembles again. But this time, not from fear, not from control, from authority. True authority. Pennywise floats lower, closer to Goku, voice softer now. Careful. Goku doesn't look at him. I'm done playing. Vegeta smirks. Finally, Whis watches. Silent. Because this moment changes everything. Zeno raises both hands again, but this time, not to erase everything, to target, precisely, directly, at Pennywise. I'll erase you properly. Silence. Heavy. Final. Pennywise smiles again, but it's different now. Not playful. Not amused. Sharp. Focused. Because for the first time, he's not in control, and he knows it. The space around him begins to collapse inward. Not everything, just him. Targeted erasure. Pure. Absolute. Goku watches. Vegeta watches. Whis watches. No one moves. Because this might end it. Or make it worse. Pennywise's form begins to distort, flicker, break apart. His smile cracks. Just slightly. Then he laughs, louder than ever before. And the moment he does, everything breaks again. Not the void, not reality. Something deeper. Something Zeno himself didn't account for. Because as Pennywise begins to vanish, something else begins to appear. Behind him. Far larger. Far darker. Far older. A presence that even Zeno has never seen before. Zeno's hands pause mid-erasure. His eyes widen. What's that? No one answers. Because no one knows. And Pennywise, still laughing, whispers one final line before disappearing. You didn't erase me. A pause. A grin. You opened the door. The erasure completes. Pennywise vanishes. Gone. Completely. But behind where he stood, the darkness expands. Rapidly. Uncontrollably. Something is coming through. And this time, no one's in control. Not Goku. Not Whis. Not even Zeno. The darkness spreads. Not outward. Through. It seeps across existence like ink through paper, staining what remains of reality without tearing it. Even emptiness begins to change. Zeno doesn't move. Not frozen. Thinking. That wasn't supposed to happen. His voice echoes strangely now. Distorted. Like something else is listening. Goku steps forward, eyes locked on the expanding void. That's not him anymore. Vegeta clenches his fists. Then what did we just release? No answer. Because the darkness answers instead. A pulse. Slow. Heavy. Every surviving fragment of existence bends inward. Not collapsing. Acknowledging. Something is arriving. Whis lifts his staff, but stops halfway. For the first time, his hand trembles. Not fear. Recognition. This predates structure. Goku looks at him. What does that mean? Whis doesn't look away from the spreading dark. It means even the concept of before doesn't apply. Another pulse. Stronger. The void reshapes. Not violently. Inevitably. Vegeta smirks. But it's strained now. So we've gone from fighting a clown to fighting whatever created nightmares. Zeno tilts his head. I don't like it. The statement lands harder than any attack. Because if Zeno doesn't like something, it usually disappears. But this isn't disappearing. The darkness stops expanding. Suddenly, completely, silence, absolute. Then, a shape forms, not built, revealed, something vast, endless. A silhouette that stretches beyond perception. No face, no body, just presence. And within it, countless faint lights flicker, not stars. Eyes, watching. Goku feels it instantly. Not pressure, not fear, exposure. Like every version of him, across every timeline, is being seen at once. Vegeta takes a step back. It's looking through me. Whis lowers his staff slowly. That's not entirely inaccurate. Zeno raises one hand, ready, but pauses. Can I erase it? No one answers, because the presence responds, not with sound, with change. The space around Zeno flickers. For a fraction of a moment. He isn't there. Then he is again. Zeno blinks, confused. It touched me. That alone changes everything. Goku steps forward, instinct over thought. Hey, his voice cuts through the silence. The presence doesn't react, not visibly. Goku continues. You came here because of him. He gestures to where Pennywise vanished. A pause. Then, the darkness shifts. Acknowledgement. Vegeta exhales slowly. So it understands. Whis narrows his eyes. No, it recognizes. That difference matters. Goku clenches his fists. Then it can listen. He steps closer. Vegeta grabs his arm. Don't. Goku pulls free. If we don't try, we're already done. He walks forward. Every step distorts reality. But not violently. More like the world is adjusting around him. The presence doesn't stop him. Doesn't react. Goku stops directly beneath it. Looks up. You're not here to destroy everything. A pause. Silence stretches. Then, the faintest shift. The lights within the darkness flicker differently. Whis watches carefully. He's communicating. Vegeta scoffs. Looks like nothing. Whis doesn't respond. Because something is happening. Goku speaks again. You were called here. Another shift. Slightly stronger. Goku continues. And now you're deciding what to do next. The presence pulses. Heavier. Closer. Zeno watches. Curious. It's thinking. That word. Dangerous. Because something like this shouldn't think. Goku breathes slowly. Keeps his stance steady. You don't belong here. The lights flicker. Faster. Unstable. Vegeta steps forward now. Careful. Goku doesn't stop. But neither did he. He points again. At the space Pennywise left behind. And we dealt with him. That gets a reaction. The darkness contracts slightly. Not retreating. Focusing. On Goku. Only Goku. Whis notices instantly. It's choosing a reference point. Vegeta mutters. Of course it picks you. Goku doesn't move. Doesn't flinch. Even as the presence narrows around him. Compressing. Observing. Testing. Zeno leans forward slightly. Is it going to erase him? Whis answers quietly. No. A pause. It's trying to understand him. That's worse. Because understanding leads to adaptation. And adaptation, at this level, means transformation. Goku feels it. Not physically. Internally. Something touching his existence. Reading it. Layer by layer. Memory by memory. Every fight. Every loss. Every fear. Every decision. Everything. He clenches his fists. But doesn't resist. Because resisting might trigger something worse. The presence pulses again. Stronger. The lights within it begin to align. Forming patterns. Shapes. Structures. Vegeta's eyes widen. It's changing. Whis nods slowly. It's learning. Zeno tilts his head. Can I stop it? No answer. Because at that moment, the darkness shifts completely. The massive form begins to condense, not shrinking, refining, focusing into a single point, a single shape, a single figure. Slowly, a body forms. Arms, legs, a face. Familiar. Too familiar. Goku's eyes widen. No way! The figure steps forward. Fully formed. Standing where the presence once was. Identical. Perfect. It looks at Goku. Smiles. Not twisted. Not distorted. Perfect. Controlled. Eyes glowing faintly. Yellow. But deeper. Colder. A new version. A better version. A worse version. Vegeta steps back. That's you. Whis tightens his grip. No. A pause. That's what comes after. The copy of Goku looks around, observes everything, then speaks. Calm. Precise. I understand now. Goku stares at him. What are you? The copy tilts its head slightly. I am the result. Silence. Heavy. Final. Zeno blinks. Of what? The copy looks directly at him. Of everything you failed to erase. That lands. Hard. The void trembles again, but differently now. Not unstable, not chaotic. Evolving. Goku steps forward. Determined. This ends here. The copy smiles slightly. No. A pause. Then, it raises one hand. The entire remaining multiverse bends instantly, not resisting, obeying. Now, its voice deepens. It begins. Everything shifts. Again. But this time, no one interrupts. No one stops it. Because for the first time, they're not reacting to an enemy. They're witnessing the birth of something new. Something beyond fear. Beyond control. Beyond even Zeno. And it's wearing Goku's face. The new Goku moves first. No warning. No buildup. Just motion. He lifts one finger, and the remaining multiverse bends like glass under pressure, not breaking. Reshaping. Stars shift position. Galaxies fold inward. Timelines overlap like reflections in shattered mirrors. Goku steps forward, eyes locked on his reflection. That's not me. The copy smiles calmly. Correct. A pause. You're the incomplete version. Vegeta cracks his neck. All right, that's enough talking. He launches forward. Full force. No hesitation. A direct strike aimed at the copy's head. The hit lands. Clean. Perfect. For a split second, silence. Then, Vegeta's arm bends sideways. Not broken. Redirected. His own momentum twists against him. He's flung backward, crashing through layers of compressed reality. Gone. Again. Goku clenches his fists. Vegeta. The copy raises a hand slightly. Vegeta's trajectory stops mid-flight. Frozen. Suspended across dimensions. Alive. But unable to move. The copy glances at him briefly. Still impulsive. Then looks back at Goku. Still predictable. Goku doesn't respond. He vanishes. Instant transmission. Reappears above. Strikes downward. But the copy isn't there. Behind him, already, a hand rests on Goku's shoulder. Light. Casual. You rely on speed. Goku twists. breaks free, launches a rapid barrage. Dozens of hits, hundreds, each one faster than the last. Each one precise, each one perfect, none connect. Every strike phases, misses, arrives too late, or too early. Time itself misaligns around the copy. Goku stops, breathing steady, analyzing. You're not dodging. The copy nods. I'm choosing outcomes where you miss. That lands. Hard, because that's beyond reaction, beyond prediction. That's control over possibility itself. Goku powers up, not wildly, focused. A new layer of calm spreads across him. Silver flickers, then stabilizes. Ultra instinct returns. Fully, his stance shifts. Now, no wasted movement, no hesitation. He moves again. Faster, sharper, cleaner. This time, a hit connects. The copy's head turns slightly. A reaction. Small, but real. Goku doesn't stop. He follows. Second strike. Third. Fourth. Each one landing. Each one forcing slight movement. The copy steps back. Once. Twice. Then stops. Smiles again. Better. He raises one hand. Catches Goku's next strike mid-motion. Stops it completely. Ultra instinct halts. Frozen. Goku's eyes widen. That shouldn't... The copy tilts his head. You think instinct is beyond control? A pause. It isn't. He releases the grip. Goku is pushed back. Not thrown. Placed. At a distance. With steps forward. Finally. Staff in hand. Eyes locked. You've surpassed instinct. The copy looks at him. Yes. Whis tightens his grip. Then you've lost something. A pause. The copy doesn't answer immediately. Interesting. Whis continues. Instinct adapts. A step forward. But you're fixed. That hits. Because for the first time, the copy doesn't move. Doesn't respond. Goku sees it. Opportunity. He moves instantly. Combines speed and instinct. Strikes from multiple angles. Forcing movement. Forcing reaction. The copy blocks. Counters. But slower this time. Just slightly. Vegeta's voice echoes faintly. From where he's suspended. Don't let it settle. Goku pushes harder. Faster. More aggressive. Each strike destabilizes the copy's stance. Forcing adaptation. Forcing change. And that creates a gap. Whis sees it. Moves instantly. Staff glowing. A precise strike. Not aimed at the body. At the structure. The hit lands. The copy flickers. Not damaged. Disrupted. For a moment, his form glitches. Fragments of the larger presence visible behind him. Eyes. Darkness. Endless depth. Then, he stabilizes again. Steps back. Silent. Thinking. Whis lowers his staff. That confirmed it. Goku breathes steadily. What? Whis looks at him. He's not evolving anymore. A pause. He's maintaining. Vegeta laughs faintly. Which means he can be broken. The copy finally speaks again. Calm. But you can't reach that point. He raises his hand. The space around them compresses. Movement slows. Even thought becomes heavy. Goku struggles. Pushes through. Ultra instinct, resisting the pressure. Whis remains steady. But even he feels it. Because this isn't force. It's control over existence density. The copy steps forward. Effortless. You're still bound by effort. He looks at Goku. I am not. Goku grits his teeth, pushes harder, breaks through the pressure. Moves. Faster than before. A strike. Direct. Clean. It lands. The copy doesn't move. At all. Goku freezes. Because the impact did nothing. Not blocked. Not dodged. Ignored. The copy looks down at the point of contact. Then back at Goku. You reach the limit. A pause. I removed mine. He places one hand on Goku's chest. Light. Simple. Goku's body locks instantly. Ultra Instinct collapses. Not drained. Removed again. Goku gasps. Not again. The copy leans closer. You're still divisible. That word. Wrong. But terrifying. Goku's form begins to split. Not physically. Conceptually. Different versions of him peel away. Each representing choices. Paths. Possibilities. Separated. Exposed. Vegeta roars, struggling against his suspension. Stop him. Whis moves. Faster than ever. Staff raised. A direct strike. But the copy turns. Catches it. Stops it completely. For the first time, Whis's attack fails. Completely. The copy looks at him. Calm. You're no longer relevant. That hits harder than any blow, because it's not arrogance. It's fact. Whis pulls back, but slower now. For the first time, outmatched. Goku's fragments continue separating, fading, weakening, losing cohesion. The original struggles, barely holding together. Whis tightens his grip, but doesn't move. Because he knows a direct attack won't work anymore. They need something else, something different. The copy raises his other hand. The entire multiverse bends again, now fully under his control. No resistance, no instability, complete dominance. Zeno watches, silent, for once, not smiling. I don't like this. That statement carries weight, because this time, he might not be able to fix it. Goku's voice weakens, his form fading, splitting further. Vegeta! Vegeta roars, breaks part of his suspension, moves slightly. Not enough, but enough to try. Don't you dare disappear on me. The copy watches them both, expression unchanged. Then, he pauses, just slightly, because something shifts, not outside, inside, a flicker, tiny, barely visible, but real. Whis sees it instantly. There, he steps forward, careful, precise. Your flaw. The copy looks at him, silent. Whis continues. You understand everything. A pause. Except contradiction. That word hits. Because in that moment, Goku's fragments react. Not aligning. Not stabilizing. Conflicting. Different choices pulling in different directions. The copy's control wavers. Just slightly. Enough. Whis moves. Staff glowing. A precise strike. This time, not at the copy. At Goku. The hit lands, and instead of breaking, Goku's fragments snap back together. Violently, forcing reintegration. Goku gasps. Falls. Barely conscious, but whole. The copy steps back. For the first time, actually reacting. Whis lowers his staff, That's your limit. The copy tilts his head. No, but something in his voice changed. Goku struggles to stand, breathing heavy, but alive. Vegeta finally breaks free, fully drops beside him. Still in one piece, Goku smirks weakly, barely. The copy looks at both of them, then at Whis, then at Zeno, silent, still, but thinking, adapting again, and this time, no one knows. What comes next? The copy doesn't attack. That's the problem. It stands still, watching, processing, rebuilding its advantage. Goku exhales slowly, body shaking, not from fear, from strain. Vegeta steps beside him. You done falling apart? Goku smirks faintly. Not yet. Across from them, the copy lifts its head, eyes shifting, yellow fading, something colder replacing it, a deeper control, a cleaner presence. Whis narrows his gaze. It's stabilizing again. Vegeta scoffs. Of course it is. The copy finally speaks. Calm, measured. I removed contradiction. That lands instantly. Because now, there is no conflict inside it. No hesitation. No internal resistance. Perfect alignment. Perfect control. Goku clenches his fists. Then we create a new one. He steps forward. Vegeta follows. Both ready. But Whis raises his hand. Wait. They stop. Reluctantly. Whis steps ahead, eyes locked on the copy. You've eliminated internal variance. A pause. But that makes you dependent on external balance. The copy tilts its head. Explain. Whis doesn't hesitate. You require consistency across all observed layers. A step forward. So if those layers conflict, the copy's eyes narrow slightly. You destabilize. Silence. That's enough. Goku grins. So we break the outside instead. Vegeta cracks his knuckles. Finally something fun. The copy raises its hand, but stops, because it sees it now. The flaw, and that realization, creates the very contradiction it removed. Tiny, but real. Goku moves instantly. Ultra instinct flares again. Not full, but enough. He vanishes, reappears, strikes. The hit lands. The copy reacts. Steps back. Not much, but enough. Vegeta follows. A brutal attack. Raw force. No restraint. It connects. The copy blocks, but slides. Distance created. Whis moves next. Perfect timing. Staff strikes. Clean. Precise. The copy flickers again. Longer this time. Its form destabilizing slightly. Fragments of the greater presence leaking through. The battlefield shifts violently. Layers of reality overlapping. Contradicting. Misaligning. Goku pushes harder. More aggressive. Forcing motion. Forcing reaction. Each strike creating more instability. Each moment adding pressure. The copy counters, but slower now. Not physically, structurally. Because every action it takes creates new variables, new contradictions. And that breaks its perfection. Vegeta grins mid-fight. Now you're fighting like us. The copy doesn't respond, but its movements sharpen, adapting again, closing gaps, correcting errors. Goku sees it. It's learning too fast. Whis nods. Yes. A pause. We don't have time. The copy raises both hands. The entire multiverse compresses again. but unevenly this time. Fragments resisting, colliding, creating chaos. It's forcing stability through brute control. Goku feels the pressure. Movement slows, but not completely. He pushes through. Vegeta follows, both forcing their way forward, against collapsing existence. Whis raises his staff, not to attack, to disrupt. A pulse expands outward, breaking synchronization. Temporarily, the pressure drops. Just enough. Goku reaches the copy, delivers a full-force strike. It lands. Hard. The copy's body bends. Not much, but visible. Vegeta follows. Another hit. Stronger. The copy steps back again. 2 steps now. That's progress, but not enough. The copy straightens, eyes sharpening. Adaptation complete. Again. You're inefficient. It moves. Faster than before. Cleaner. More direct. Goku blocks. Barely. Vegeta counters. Gets hit. Sent flying. But not removed. Still present. Still fighting. Whis intercepts. Staff collides. But this time, the copy pushes through. Forces Whis back. First time, dominance shifts. The copy stands still again. Control restored. But not perfect. Not anymore. Goku breathes heavily. We almost had it. Vegeta wipes blood from his mouth. Almost doesn't count. Whis steps forward. Calm. Focused. We need a larger contradiction. Goku looks at him. What kind? Whis doesn't answer immediately. Instead, he looks at Zeno. Still watching. Still silent. Then, an idea forms. Dangerous, but necessary. Whis speaks carefully. Zeno-sama. Zeno tilts his head. Yeah? Whis bows slightly. I need you to erase something. The copy reacts instantly, eyes narrowing. Impossible. Whis continues, ignoring it. Erase only half of this structure. Zeno blinks. Half? Goku's eyes widen. You mean? Whis nods. Yes. Vegeta smirks. Now that's insane. The copy steps forward. Urgent now. No. For the first time. Urgency in its voice. Real urgency. Because this, it can't control. Zeno raises one hand slowly. Okay. The copy moves instantly. Faster than ever. Trying to stop it. But Goku intercepts. Blocks. Vegeta joins, both holding it back. Barely. Whis steps in. Staff locking the space. Creating a moment. Just one. Zeno brings his hand down. The effect triggers instantly. Half of the structured reality. Gone. Not random. Not chaotic. Perfectly divided. One side exists. The other doesn't. The copy freezes. Completely. Because now, its external balance is broken. Irreparably. Contradictions everywhere. Every layer misaligned. Every structure conflicting. Its form begins to distort. Flicker. Split. Fragments of the greater presence breaking through again. Unstable. Uncontrolled. Goku sees it. This is it. He powers up. Everything he has. Pushes forward. Delivers a final strike. Direct to the core. Vegeta follows. Combines his attack. Both forces align. Perfect timing. Perfect execution. The impact lands. The copy shatters. Not clean. Not simple. Violently. exploding into fragments of existence, scattering across the broken multiverse. Silence. Stillness. Everything stops. Goku drops to one knee, breathing hard. Did we? Vegeta exhales. Yeah. Whis lowers his staff. It's over. Zeno smiles again. That was fun. For a moment. It feels real. Victory. Then, a fragment moves. Tiny. Barely visible. But moving. Goku's eyes snap open. No. The fragment pulses. Once. Then, everything shifts. Again. Not rebuilding. Not reforming. Transforming. The fragments don't come back together. They evolve. Separately. Independently. Multiple presences begin to form. Smaller. Sharper. Faster. Each one. A piece of the original. Each one. Fully functional. Vegeta's smirk fades. You gotta be kidding me. Whis tightens his grip. No. A pause. This is worse. Goku stands slowly. Determined. Then we fight them all. The fragments fully form. Dozens. Hundreds. Each one resembling the copy. But different. Unique. Adaptive. Evolving in real time. Zeno tilts his head. There's more now. Goku clenches his fists. Yeah. A pause. A lot more. And this time, there's no single target, no central control, just chaos, refined into countless threats, and all of them are looking at him. The sky fractures into a swarm. Not one enemy, but hundreds of perfected echoes. Each fragment of the original copy now stands complete, independent, evolving, fast. Goku exhales once. Slow. So it multiplied itself. Vegeta smirks faintly. Typical problem gets worse when you hit it. The fragments move. Instantly. No signal. No coordination. Yet perfect timing across all angles. Goku vanishes. Reappears. Blocks one strike. Gets hit by another. Twists midair. Dodges three more. But the fifth lands. Hard. He skids through broken reality layers. Vegeta rushes in. Explosive counter. Hits one fragment. It shatters, but instantly splits into two more behind him. They're adapting on impact. Vegeta grits his teeth. Stop telling me what I already see. Across the fractured battlefield, Whis raises his staff. Calm. Focused. These are no longer copies. He pauses. They are decisions. Goku wipes blood from his lip. What does that even mean? Whis answers immediately. Each fragment represents a resolved outcome from the original entity. Silence. That lands heavy. Vegeta narrows his eyes. So every time we hit it, we create a new version, Goku finishes. Whis nods. Yes, a beat. Then, a fragment appears directly in front of Goku. No movement, no arrival, just there. It speaks. Calm, identical voice, but emptier. You are still thinking linearly. Goku strikes instantly, but the fragment is already gone. Behind him, another speaks. You still believe effort equals progress. Vegeta turns, smashes it. It disperses, then reforms 2 meters away. Whis observes closely. They are distributing logic across space. Goku breathes harder now. So there's no main body. Another fragment appears. No. A pause. We are all main bodies. The battlefield destabilizes again. Not collapsing. Fragmenting further. Reality splits into overlapping grids of conflict. Each fragment acting independently. Each one learning differently. Goku and Vegeta move together. Perfect sync. But even that begins to fracture. Because now, there are too many versions of perfect. One fragment counters Goku flawlessly. Another predicts Vegeta's timing. Another intercepts Whis mid-step, each one specialized, evolving separately. Goku grits his teeth. This is turning into a numbers game. Vegeta laughs sharply. Then we erase numbers. He powers up, full force. Charges, but instead of one enemy, he hits 3 simultaneously. They don't break. They adapt. One shifts density. One shifts timing. One shifts existence phase. Vegeta gets pushed back. Hard. All right. He exhales. That's annoying. Whis steps forward slightly. There is no center anymore. Goku looks up. So we create one. Whis pauses. Explain. Goku's eyes narrow. If they split from decisions, a pause. Then we force a single decision point. Vegeta smirks. You're saying trap them? Goku nods. Not trap. His aura sharpens. Focused. Controlled. Compress. Whis understands instantly. You want to collapse all outcomes into one synchronized event. Goku looks at him. Yes. Whis hesitates. That would require universal alignment. Vegeta laughs. Translation: insane. Goku steps forward anyway. I'm doing it. The fragments respond instantly. Hundreds of voices overlap. No centralization. No convergence. Division is optimal. They move. All at once. A storm of precise attacks. But Goku doesn't react individually anymore. He closes his eyes. Focus shifts. Not fighting. Guiding. Vegeta notices. What are you doing? Goku breathes out slowly. I'm stopping choice. He opens his eyes. Calm. Too calm. Every movement around him slows, not physically, but meaningfully. The fragments hesitate, just slightly. Whis' eyes widen. He's influencing probability. Goku steps forward. One motion. The battlefield responds. All fragments shift. Simultaneously. Forced into alignment. For the first time, their actions overlap. Not separately. Together. A single synchronized moment begins forming. The fragments resist. But too late. Vegeta joins instantly. Now! He strikes. Goku follows. Whis channels through the staff. All 3 impacts land at the exact same point in time. A singular convergence. The fragments freeze. Every single one. Zeno watches from above. Oh. The convergence collapses inward. Compressing. Compressing. Until all fragments stack into one point of existence. A single node. Stable. Still. Goku exhales. Got it. Vegeta smirks. Finally, Whis lowers his staff. It's contained. Silence. Then, the node pulses. Once, Goku's eyes narrow. That shouldn't happen. The node pulses again. Stronger. Then, it speaks. All fragments unified. Calm voice. Identical to before, but deeper. You still assume singularity is stability. Silence drops instantly. Vegeta mutters. That's not good. Whis tightens his grip. No. The node begins expanding. Not breaking. Unfolding. Inside it, countless versions of the fragments are still alive. Still thinking. Still evolving. But now, connected. Goku steps back slowly. We didn't fix it. The node stabilizes fully. Then it opens. A single unified presence steps out. Not copy, not fragment, not original. Something in between. Perfectly balanced, perfectly aware. It looks at them and smiles. We are no longer divided. Vegeta clenches his fists. Of course you aren't, Whis whispers. This is worse than before. Goku stands firm. No. A pause. This is final form. The unified presence tilts its head. Yes. Then, it raises one hand. Reality responds instantly. Not breaking, not bending, aligning. Everything becomes one system, one structure, one rule. And Goku realizes they didn't defeat it. They standardized it. And now, it's ready to rewrite everything. The universe locks into place. Not broken, not collapsing, structured. Everything becomes aligned. Stars stop drifting randomly. Time stops bending inconsistently. Even silence feels regulated. And standing at the center, the unified presence. No longer fragmented. No longer evolving unpredictably. Now stable. Perfect. Goku stares at it. We didn't win anything. Vegeta wipes blood from his lip. No, we just upgraded the problem. Whis doesn't speak immediately, because he understands something worse. This is not adaptation anymore. This is completion. The unified presence looks at them. Calm. Absolute. You forced convergence. A pause. Now divergence is impossible. Goku narrows his eyes. What does that mean? The presence raises one hand slightly. Reality obeys instantly. Every remaining timeline snaps into a single thread. No branches. No variations. No alternate outcomes. One future. Locked. Vegeta feels it immediately. I can't move off this path. Whis tightens his grip on his staff. Causality is sealed. The presence continues. You created consistency. A faint smile. Simply perfected it. Goku clenches his fists. So everything is predictable now? The presence tilts its head. No. A pause. Everything is inevitable. That word lands heavy. Final. Zeno appears above the fractured sky. Silent. Observing. Even he doesn't interrupt. Because for the first time, something isn't just existing inside reality. It is defining reality. Goku steps forward. Slow. Controlled. No more tricks. He powers up. But nothing changes. No aura shift. No distortion. No reaction. Vegeta tries next. Same result. Whis lifts his staff, but stops. Energy itself is standardized. Silence. The presence nods. Yes. A pause. Conflict has been optimized. Suddenly, the battlefield changes again. Not violently, systematically. Every fighter is placed into position. Goku on one axis, Vegeta on another, Whis at a central point, Zeno above the structure. Everything aligned like a diagram. Perfect geometry. No chaos. No freedom. Just structure. Goku looks around. We're being arranged. Vegeta growls. I hate geometry now. Whis closes his eyes briefly. It has turned existence into a fixed equation. The presence raises both hands, and the equation begins to solve itself. Automatically. Goku lunges, but his movement is already accounted for. He arrives where the presence expects. Blocked instantly. Vegeta attacks. Same result. Whis attempts interference, but every action resolves before execution. The presence speaks. Resistance is already included in the solution. Goku grits his teeth. Then we break the equation. No response. Because the system doesn't need one. It recalculates. Instantly, Goku feels it. His next 10 moves already determined. Vegeta's next 20 reactions already solved. Whis' interventions already predicted. Everything. Locked. Goku exhales sharply. So this is it. Vegeta smirks faintly. Being math is boring. Whis opens his eyes. No. A pause. This is still incomplete. The presence tilts its head. Explain. Whis steps forward slightly. You assume optimization equals finality. A pause. But you ignored emergence. Goku looks at him. What are you talking about? Whis continues calmly. Systems with total predictability collapse under unmodeled behavior. Vegeta smirks. So we introduce chaos. Whis nods. Yes. The presence pauses. For the first time, just slightly, Goku understands instantly. We can't beat it inside the system. Whis looks at him. No. A beat. We break the system itself. The presence responds immediately. That is not possible. Goku smiles. Everything is possible. Vegeta cracks his neck. Especially stupid things. Whis raises his staff. But this time, not toward the presence, toward reality itself. I will remove the framework. Goku steps forward. I'll give it something it can't calculate. Vegeta smirks. And I'll hit it anyway. The presence reacts, but too late. Whis strikes first. Not attack. Reset. The structure fractures. Not breaking. Unbinding. For the first time, the equation loses definition. Goku moves instantly, not following prediction. Breaking timing entirely. Vegeta follows. Unpredictable angle. Raw deviation. The presence tries to resolve. Fails. Because there's no system left to solve. Goku appears in front of it. Punch lands. Clean. Vegeta follows. Impact stacks. Whis stabilizes the collapse. Holding reality together just long enough. The presence flickers. Its perfect alignment cracks. For the first time, it hesitates. Impossible. Goku breathes heavily. No. A pause. Just unplanned. Vegeta grins. And that's our specialty. The presence begins to destabilize. Not fully collapsing, but losing absolute control. Whis lowers his staff. We disrupted its determinism. Zeno watches silently above. That was messy. Goku looks up at him. Yeah. A beat. But it worked. The presence steps back. Slowly. For the first time. Not in control. Not stable. Uncertain. And in that uncertainty, something else begins to appear. Not structure. Not system. Something raw. Unwritten. And far beyond them. Something else notices again. Not Zeno. Not Whis. Not even Goku. Something older than optimization. Older than chaos. And it just woke up. The moment reality loses its equation, it stops being reality. No structure. No prediction. No system. Just raw existence, bleeding in every direction at once. Goku stands still, breathing heavy. We broke it. Vegeta looks around at the collapsing laws. Yeah. A pause. And I think it broke back. Above them, Whis slowly lowers his staff. His eyes sharpen. No. A deeper silence follows. Then, the void stops reacting entirely. Not frozen. Not paused. Removed from response. And that's worse. Because now, there is no feedback loop. No cause. No effect. just presence. And something is stepping into it. A shape forms beyond perception. Not built, not assembled, arriving. Goku feels it first. Not fear, not pressure, recognition. That feeling again. Vegeta clenches his fists. Don't tell me there's another one, Whis whispers. This is not another one. A pause. This is what was there before systems existed. The space ahead bends. Not breaking, returning, like reality is being restored to a prior state. Something massive enters fully, not visible, not definable, but undeniably present. Then, a voice. Not loud, not soft, simply unavoidable. You removed structure. Silence drops instantly. Even Zeno doesn't speak. The presence continues. So I will remove meaning. Goku's eyes narrow. What does that even mean? Whis answers quietly. It means nothing will translate anymore. Vegeta scoffs. That's already happening. Whis shakes his head. No. A pause. This removes interpretation itself. The air changes. Not visually, conceptually. Suddenly, Goku swings a punch, but the motion doesn't register as attack. Vegeta steps forward, but movement doesn't register as movement. Whis raises his staff, but intent doesn't form. Everything becomes unrecognized, not blocked, not countered, just not understood by existence. Goku stumbles slightly. I can't connect anything. Vegeta grits his teeth. It's like the universe stopped reading us. Whis watches the presence carefully. We are outside semantic recognition. Zeno tilts his head. That sounds annoying. The presence responds. Yes. A pause. And final. Reality begins dissolving again. Not breaking. Not collapsing. Becoming unreadable. Goku looks at Vegeta. We can't fight something we can't define. Vegeta smirks faintly. Since when did that stop us? Whis steps forward. This is not combat anymore. A pause. This is disassembly of meaning itself. The presence expands, and everything starts losing context. Goku's fist, no longer a fist. Vegeta's movement, no longer motion. Whis' staff, no longer an object. Everything is still there, but nothing is interpreted. Zeno raises his hand slightly. I don't like this at all. But when he tries to act, even erasure doesn't form as a concept. It just fails to become anything. The presence speaks again. Without meaning, a pause. Nothing can resist. Goku clenches his fists. But even that thought slips. Vegeta tries to power up, but power no longer exists as a category. Whis looks at Goku, calm. We need redefinition. Goku looks back. How? Whis pauses. Then, very quietly, I will anchor meaning. Vegeta snaps. What does that mean in English? Whis turns slightly. It means I will become the reference point. Silence. That lands heavily. Goku steps forward. No. Whis meets his gaze. If nothing has meaning... A pause. Then something must define it again. The presence reacts instantly. Everything begins dissolving faster. Whis raises his staff, and for the first time, does not manipulate time, does not manipulate space. He anchors concept. A single point forms, not physical, not energetic, a definition. I am Whis. That's it. Simple, but absolute. And reality hesitates. For the first time, something is defined again. Goku feels it. It worked. Vegeta smirks. Of course it's the angel that fixes nonsense. The present shifts, unstable, because meaning has returned. Barely, but enough. Goku steps forward. I've got it now. Vegeta cracks his neck. Finally, they move, not attacking structure, not attacking system, but reinforcing definition. Goku anchors movement. Vegeta anchors impact. Whis anchors existence. Together, rebuilding meaning through action, the presence begins to fracture, not violently, conflicted. Because it cannot erase what's being defined in real time. It tries, fails, tries again, fails harder. Goku appears in front of it, now defined, now real. Punch lands. Vegeta follows. Impact registers. Whis stabilizes the definition field. The presence flickers. Impossible. Goku exhales. No. A pause. Redefinable. Vegeta grins. And you're out of updates. The presence begins collapsing. Not destroyed. Rewritten out of dominance. And for the first time, Zeno smiles again. Oh, I get it now. Whis looks at him. Zeno-sama? Zeno raises one hand. I define things too. A pause. Right? Silence. Then, he snaps his fingers. And reality locks. Not into system. Not into chaos. But into Zeno's definition. Absolute. Final. The presence freezes. Completely. Goku breathes heavily. That's one way to do it. Vegeta exhales. I hate how simple that was. Whis closes his eyes briefly. Order restored? But something lingers. Far beyond. Not gone. Just waiting. Because even now, something has learned how meaning breaks. And that knowledge doesn't disappear. It adapts. Slowly, quietly. Elsewhere, watching, waiting, and remembering everything. Zeno's definition holds. Reality locks into a single stable frame, like existence pinned under an absolute rule that cannot bend, cannot drift. For a moment, everything is still. Too still. Goku exhales. It's gone. Vegeta lowers his stance slightly. Yeah, I don't like how easy that sounds. Whis doesn't relax. His eyes stay sharp. Nothing is ever gone. Zeno floats calmly above them. He tilts his head. Did I fix it? Silence. No one answers immediately, because something feels wrong. Not broken. Not unstable. Just delayed. Then, a sound. Not loud. Not soft. Incorrect. Like reality mispronouncing itself. The stabilized universe flickers once. Then splits. Not into chaos. Into versions. But not parallel timelines. Reinterpretations. Same reality. Different meanings. Goku watches as his own hand becomes three things at once. A fist. A concept of force. A memory of impact. Vegeta steps back. Okay, that's new. Whis' eyes narrow instantly. This is worse than fragmentation. Zeno blinks. Why is it still happening? The space ahead ripples. And from it, not an entity, but a result emerges. No form, no body. Just understanding made visible. It speaks. Calm. I learned how you define. Silence drops like a collapsing star. Goku stiffens. You're still here. The presence continues. And now I define back. Reality twists again. Zeno's authority flickers. Not removed. Contested. Whis steps forward instantly. No. He raises his staff. Tries to anchor meaning again. But nothing responds. Not resistance. Not failure, just reinterpretation. The staff is no longer a staff. It is observation, intent, probability of intervention. Whis freezes. It's translating everything differently. Vegeta grits his teeth. So we can't hit it because it changes what hitting means? Goku's eyes narrow. Then we don't hit it. A pause. Vegeta looks at him. What? Goku steps forward slowly. I stop agreeing with its version. He closes his eyes. Not powering up, not focusing energy, rejecting interpretation. The universe reacts immediately. His movement begins to lose meaning again. But this time, Goku does not resist. He simply continues existing without agreeing. Vegeta sees it. He's doing it again. Whis whispers. No. A pause. He's refusing semantic entry. Zeno tilts his head. That sounds boring. The presence reacts sharply. Goku begins to destabilize, but not as damage, as unreadability. He becomes harder to define, harder to translate, harder to overwrite. Vegeta smirks. Finally, something stupid enough to work. He follows instantly, refusing structure, refusing prediction, refusing alignment. Whis watches both, then slowly lowers his staff. Then I will remove translation entirely. Zeno looks down. Is that allowed? Whis replies calmly. In this state, permission is meaningless. He taps the ground with his staff, and reality stops translating. Everything becomes raw existence again. No interpretation layer. No meaning layer. Just being. The presence recoils. For the first time, Goku moves. Not as attack, not as motion, as pure event. Impact occurs. Vegeta follows. Impact compounds. Whis stabilizes the unstructured field. The presence flickers violently. You are forcing irreducibility. Goku breathes heavily. Yeah. A pause. We stopped agreeing with you. Vegeta grins. And now you're just noise. The presence begins collapsing. Not destroyed, but unable to resolve itself. Because nothing matches anything anymore. No definition sticks. No meaning holds. Whis steps forward, calm again. It cannot adapt to non-consent. Zeno watches silently. That's a weird weakness. The presence pulses once more, desperately, trying to reassert interpretation. But every attempt fails instantly. Goku steps forward. Final stance. Vegeta beside him. Whis behind. 3 anchors of refusal. Goku speaks softly. You only existed because we accepted your rules. Vegeta adds. We don't anymore. Whis finishes. And without agreement. A pause. You cannot persist. The presence trembles. For the first time. It shows instability that is not evolution, but collapse. Slow. Inevitable. Zeno raises one hand. Should I erase it now? Whis looks at Goku. Goku nods. Vegeta shrugs. Yeah, do it. Zeno smiles. Okay. A snap. And this time, there is no resistance, no adaptation, no counter, because there is nothing left to interpret. The presence is erased instantly, not destroyed, not defeated, unwritten. Silence returns. True silence. Goku exhales slowly. It's really gone. Vegeta looks around. Good. I was getting tired of philosophy fights. Whis closes his eyes briefly. It is over. Zeno floats happily. That was fun. Then he pauses. Looks around again. Wait. Everyone tenses slightly. Zeno tilts his head. Why does it feel like something is still watching? Silence. Goku slowly looks up. Vegeta does too. Whis tightens his grip. And far beyond everything, beyond systems, meaning, chaos, and even Zeno's definition, something responds, not arriving, not returning, just acknowledging that it was noticed. And somewhere in the distance, a faint red balloon drifts upward again, slow, silent, smiling. There's no answer after that balloon appears. No sound, no reaction from Zeno, no shift in Whis' stance. Just stillness that feels wrong again. Goku stares upward. Tell me that's not what I think it is. Vegeta doesn't blink. We erased it. Whis slowly tightens his grip on his staff. We erased what we could define. The red balloon floats higher, then stops, perfectly centered above them. It doesn't move. It doesn't fall. It just waits. Zeno tilts his head. That's not supposed to be here. Silence stretches. Then, the balloon pops. No sound. No burst. Just disappearance. And in that instant, every memory of the fight starts shifting. Not erased. Not altered. Rewritten slightly. Subtly. Wrongly. Goku freezes. Did you feel that? Vegeta clenches his fists. Yeah. A pause. Something just changed. Whis' eyes widened slightly. No. A beat. It didn't return. He looks at them. Serious now. It edited what remains. Zeno blinks. That's cheating again. For the first time, there's no immediate response. Because the world around them is no longer stable, unstable, or unstructured. It is editable. And somewhere beyond perception, something speaks again. Not loud, not clear, just familiar. You only erased what you could see. Silence drops like a collapsing universe. Goku slowly looks upward. We're not done. Vegeta exhales sharply. Of course we're not. Whis closes his eyes. It never ends when the rules are incomplete. Zeno raises one hand again. I'll erase it again. But nothing happens. He pauses, looks at his hand. Huh? Whis' voice lowers. It's not resisting. A pause. It's no longer inside the category of erasable. Silence. And then, far beyond everything, a single red glow opens like an eye, not attacking, not arriving, just watching. And this time, even Zeno doesn't smile, because whatever is looking back was never part of the system they rebuilt. It was the thing that learns from endings and realizes there will always be another one.